A man found an unconscious woman in the forest and wasted no time carrying her back to his cave. Every day, he cradled her in his arms and cared for her tenderly. One day, however, he noticed 2 large bumps had appeared on her body. His friend, a chimpanzee, explained that women are the female of the human species, with bodies built differently from men. The man was thrilled to hear this. He gazed adoringly at her delicate face and couldn't resist leaning in for a kiss. From that day on, he took her on adventures through the forest. There were elephants that could spin in circles, well-behaved monkeys, and fearsome lions. The woman was so enchanted by this magical place that she never wanted to leave. As time went by, a romantic spark slowly kindled between them. She shyly expressed her feelings, but he couldn't understand a word. Having grown up among animals, he could only communicate through exaggerated expressions and gestures. Determined to marry this man who brought her so much joy, she decided to bring him back to the human world to meet her parents. Having spent his entire life among animals, he was endlessly curious about human society. She first introduced him to her best friend. But when she opened the door to greet her friend, what followed left her friend utterly speechless. As it turned out, he had been startled by the unpredictable hot and cold water while showering and dashed into the living room completely naked. She frantically grabbed a book and a fruit bowl to cover him up, while her friend stood frozen in disbelief. To make matters worse, after catching sight of his muscular build, her friend brazenly hinted that she was interested. Terrified her friend might steal him away, she started keeping him locked indoors at all times. But cooped up day after day, he slipped out while she was at work. He secretly watched beautiful women dance and even ventured to the Golden Gate Bridge to walk the cables. He threw all caution to the wind, completely lost in the moment. That's when he spotted a skydiver tangled in the bridge cables. A rescue team was on the scene, but the extreme height made it nearly impossible. The trapped man was fading fast. He decided to take action. Grabbing a rope, he swung swiftly across to the other side. He reached the victim, handed him the rope, freed him from the tangled parachute, and guided him safely down. The victim was rescued, but he himself got swept away by the parachute. At that very moment, she was racing toward him on a cruise ship. She watched helplessly as he swung wildly through the air, completely out of control. The captain acted fast, spinning the ship around, making 2 sharp turns, and locking onto the landing spot just in time to catch him. The landing was rough, but miraculously, he was unharmed. She admired him more than ever, but her mother had witnessed the entire scene. She was dead set against her daughter being with a wild man. No matter how her daughter pleaded, she refused to give in. She even confronted him privately and demanded he stay away from her daughter for good.